All right, everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to another Batman Arkham Knight Let's Play. In today's video, we're actually going to be leaving off where we left off last time, which was we officially started the Riddler's challenges. So we just completed a challenge off-site, and then we had to come back and complete one of the in-house challenges. Now, it was pretty easy. All you had to do was Catwoman stood on one side, Batman stood on the other, on the pressure pads, and you had a screen with numbers flashing on it, 5 numbers to be exact, in a certain order, and then you had to use her cat whip, and then his the batarangs for Batman to hit the 5 Riddler question marks in the order of the numbers, and then you had to fight some of the robots. So now we are on to the next offsite, I guess, Riddler challenge. So let's see. I think you said Mercy Memorial Hospital beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Sorry. That is actually going to be in the next race. So that one's actually going to be pretty fun. It's going to be a little bit of a twist on that race, but like I said, every other off-site challenge for the Riddler will be a race. And they don't get too extremely hard up until the very last race, which is, it's a doozy. All right, so that is where we're going to start off here. Going to make this video a little bit longer than the last two because the last two were about 30 to 35 minutes. Going to try and push this one to 40, 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes. Just because I want to get the Riddler stuff out of the way so that we can continue the main storyline. All right, so we are going to go do the next challenge. And like I said in the last video, the new or the different bat skins and also Batmobile skins, I will be changing those periodically. I'll try and swap it out in the next video. I forgot to do that before we started this.
When did Catwoman get so cute? Must have been when I started looking out of your eyes. You're gonna ask her out or what? Oh, you're not still torn up about Talia al Ghul, are you? Come on, it's been months. Even the worms that ate her corpse have probably forgotten about it by now. You're really gonna turn down this fine opportunity for romance just because I blew your last girlfriend's lungs out? Take a tip from your wingman, Brucey. The ladies hate it when you brood over the ex you failed to save.
Oh man, I'm just so glad they brought the Joker back in this game. After Arkham City, I'm like, oh, that sucks. That sucks that they killed him off. But he's back, and he's hilarious in this game.
I saw a guy breathe Scarecrow's gas once. Not pretty. No way we're getting through.
Okay, sorry about that. The recording had a bit of an issue, so I had to cut a part there. But we are... Come on, guys. Move out of the way. Seriously. Alright, so here is the next challenge area.
This must be the entrance, but I need
for
to
the next
the area
Riddler.
first.
Secure the area? Okay. Where is the threat?
Is that what I think it is? It's Batman. Step on it.
Okay. Batman talking nonsense.
The preliminaries are done with, Dark Knight. I hope you understand that. Oh, had I so wished, you'd have failed before you had even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle. But no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance, you understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now, well, I'm not going easy on you anymore.
Alright, so this is called the Crushinator. But it is a race. So that's going to be the twist
Another
on this
racetrack
one.
detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design.
Alright, so just like the last race, we will be using the circle button or the B button on the Xbox to activate the different platforms.
Pressure, detective. I invented the measurement myself.
But only it will be activating the ceiling. So it can get kind of tricky. You actually have a lot of wiggle room as far as time. So if you do screw up, the first couple of laps are pretty simple, but then it gets pretty bad.
Or does the Dark Knight require a pit stop?
All right. So that's what'll start happening is some of the platforms will actually, I guess, be blacked out to where they can't be activated. So you have to do a lot more maneuvering, and the spacing will get a lot tighter, making controlling
The walls of inevitability are closing in.
a lot harder.
That's it. I'm cranking it up. 500 dead bats of pressure.
Now the best way to do this part is just like you saw me do there. Ah, okay. Like you saw me do there. Try and get across before the next set comes down.
I think the wheels on that thing might actually be as thick as your skull.
Because unless you just do it over and over, it's kind of hard to memorize where they're going to come down. And that is actually the biggest problem I have. Almost got me. With this race in particular, it's not the colored. It's not the colored platforms. It's the green ones that are automatic. Okay, so this is the last lap anyway, and we're looking pretty good on time. We have over 30 seconds left.
1,000 dead bats of pressure.
Okay, so get across. Make sure you don't get squashed. Use that boost or the afterburner. Oh no, oh no. Oh, oh, it got me. Okay. It's okay, we still got time. We got time.
Skull wasn't so thick.
Got the back of the car. Got it. Alright.
Enough! Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight.
So that's that. That was a horrible attempt on that last lap. I think talking really distracted me. But all excuses, aside, it's my own stupid fault. So hopefully you do a lot better on that than I did. So after that, after you're done, just stand on the pressure switch to get a look at where the next key is. Now, just like the last one, we are standing here at the bottom. So this is where Catwoman needs to be. Is in the view. This is a top view of it. So she needs to be right down here on the bottom. Okay, so you got the 5 across and then the 5 going up. All right, so it's going to be the first right one beside the middle.
Can you trust him, Catwoman?
Which is going to be this one.
And here we go.
And I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video, but these are actually pretty easy. It's pretty easy to figure this out. I mean, if you have any trouble, just make sure you look at this video and where I'm getting the key from.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You proved
And that's
yourself
that.
able to follow simple directions.
All right. So we are done with that. Now that race wasn't real. It wasn't too bad. You know, you get to that last lap, and it gets kind of tricky with the automated green platforms that are coming down from the ceiling. But as long as you pay attention to where they are going to be, try to get across, and then where they're coming next, it's not too bad. And if you blow up, then you just get to see where it was and then where it'll be afterwards.
And I'll give you a banana.
Alright, so for this one, we are actually not going straight or directly back to the orphanage. We're going for another challenge. And this is why I like to do these now, because they're so close in proximity to each other that it's just easier to knock out a bunch of them all together, up until you actually can't get to the next one because it's on an island. I think, which island is that? It's not Bleak, Founders Island. Founders Island is actually the most secured lockdown island out of all of them, and then your one challenge is over there and you can't even get the Batmobile to it. So that's when I stop and go back to the story, the main story. So let's make sure you gotta reselect, because it always goes back to the main mission.
He's been toying with me so far, enjoying his sense of control. I doubt he'll be playing games much longer.
Like I said, it's
How his insanity has manifested itself this time.
so close to each other, you might as well just do them all. Or all the ones that you possibly can at the moment. So this one is called Flight School.
I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually removed from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else.
Alright, so this one is actually pretty simple. Okay. So you can start right here, or you can start a little closer. It doesn't really matter. But you're going to be using the Batmobile's ejector seat to fly at... Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Okay, so you press the right trigger and you can look behind you. Let's get out for a second. You are actually going to use the ejector seat to... There you go. Hit that pressure switch on the wall. So you have to fly out and then glide over, hit the pressure switch, and then it's going to open up another door around to the right, and then you have to do it again. You have to do this a total of 3 times, and you have to eject out and glide around without touching anything except for that next pressure switch on the wall. And you'll see what I mean here in a second. It's not too bad. The third one is kind of tricky. But start back here.
Oh dear, Dark
And
Knight.
eject out.
Pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one.
And glide off the wall back over here. And now see, that door opens up and you can go to the next part. Whoa. Alright, so you get back in to the Batmobile. Back it up. And go again. This time you head around the corner to this one.
That's 2 down, Detective. Be careful of the death trap en route to the next one.
Now the next one, right in there, you have all those spinning meat grinder looking blades. Don't touch those, okay? Don't touch those. My advice is when you're controlling Batman is to barely flick the left stick. Don't hold it. Otherwise, it's a little different. He will just go directly in that direction. So you have to knock that joystick to control him a little bit better. Because that's what I always end up messing up on this one. Okay. So now you don't have to worry about speed because you will have plenty of it to get all the way around. And that's literally it. That's it for this one. So that's going to be it for this video. And if you enjoyed the content, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon beside it to be notified of any and all videos when I upload them. And also leave a like, comments and questions in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next one.